Okay, Jeff, so you're working at the moment on your Elliott miller.
Elliott Omni Mill.
Okay, and how old is that? How old is that? About 1960s?
This is probably the 60s, yeah. I'm not certain,
But you have got a DRO on it, haven't you?
A what?
You fitted a DRO, that wouldn't be...
That DRO's fitted off one of Lister's machines that is scrapped, which nothing wrong with the DRO, it's just that the machine was no good, scrapped.
But I think your favourite miller isn't this one, it's the one indoors.
The Rambowdy?
The Rambowdy.
Oh yeah, the one that I'm trying to rebuild.
Yeah.
The one that's got that much stuff around it.
Yeah, so this is your favourite miller, which has not been used for a while because it's now covered in stuff.
It's just, it's
just sort of sitting here.
It is actually it's a good machine.
Okay, and is this Italian or American?
It's Italian, yeah.
Hang on me, okay. You've had that a long time, haven't you? You've had that for a while.
20 years at least.
Yeah, okay.
No, maybe not 20 years, 15 years.
And it's here, it's sitting here unused because you've been busy using the other one.
It's being used as a bench at the minute.
Yeah. Okay, and then next to it is something fairly new. You've not had this so long.
Couple of years out now.
And then we're going to get it. So if we go over here, it's another Mitchell. Not a Woodhouse Mitchell, but a...
That is a proper Mitchell.
A Mitchell, yeah. I remember going to get that. So let's look at it in more detail. Okay, so it's a Mitchell of Keighley, not too far from us, in Yorkshire. And yeah, you've had that about 2 years. And I don't think you've used it yet, have you? You've not really...
It's not been used. Well, it was supposed to be going in here. And we've had a bit of a change around. And
there's no room for it right now.
Well, it's ideal. I'm going to put it out.
Okay, it's going to go outside.
In the extension part.
Yeah, okay, at some point. But it's a good machine. It's not had much use, and
it's in very good condition.
And unusually, it came with its original brochures, which are like brand new. They're sort of real kind of retro. It's like from 1962, I think. 62.
It's early 60s.
Yeah, it's even got the price list and so on, and all the options. So that's quite.
£800
Yeah, back in the day
when it was new.
We could probably buy a house for that back then. Okay, so that's not been used yet, but you've got another Mitchell outside in the extension.
A Woodhouse.
But it's called a Woodhouse Mitchell. Yeah. So let's look at that one. Okay, so now we're back in extension, and this big old so-called Woodhouse Mitchell, not Mitchell, but Woodhouse Mitchell.
Woodhouse Mitchell, yeah.
And yes, you were saying you've used this a fair bit, but right now it's just stuck in a corner because you've not got any room for it. And,
what we did was we picked another one up to build a good one, because there was some bits wrong with that one. And
well, you can mix and match the best bits.
We stripped the headstock down, and this has actually got the Colchester fitting, whereas the original one had a big 2-inch Whitworth thread.
Oh, big old
and
thing.
there was it limited you for changing chucks, so it was all stripped to put this new shaft in, and physically that other one come along.
Yes.
And
right, so you had this before you had the other Mitchell, and now you've got the other Mitchell. This is now kind of almost surplus to requirements.
It's surplus. I mean,
but you like it, so it's going to stay here for a while.
It's a good machine, but it takes so much. It's so many. It's a good few weeks or months' work to finish it off.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so you've got your smaller lathe here, your Churchill Cub. Your Churchill Cub, and this is kind of what you use mostly, I guess, isn't it? So making spaces and all kinds of bits and bobs. You seem to use this far more than all the other bits you got here. Or all the machines.
This is ideal up to a certain
size.
Yeah, it does have its limitations, but it is.
What?
Like you say, the big Mitchell, I need to do the crankcases for the Honda. The last bore.
Right.
It's got the room to
do that. Whereas this hasn't.
To machine it, where this.
And then behind you, there's also another miller. This time an Elliott miller. Okay, yes, this is your other Elliott, or I should say, your Elliott horizontal miller.
Horizontal miller.
Which you've been using recently to do your conrods, you said.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's the same kind of principle. It's just that it's got the cutter coming straight out.
They're not as popular as a turret mill, but there's jobs on these that you can do that some turret mills. Yeah. That's very difficult for a turret mill to do.
Yeah.
You know.
And how old is this thing then?
Oh,
another 50-year-old.
I wouldn't. It could be from the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, still works though. Still works.
Yeah. Oh, it's in. It come out of a school actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, the guy who I got it off said he got it, never used it. I think it come either a college or a school. It come from.
Okay. Yeah. And then on top of that, we've also got several pillar drills and sort of mini millers, which we'll now look at next. Okay, so there's another Elliott. This is your floor standing pillar drill, which you use a lot. So, where's this thing come from?
This originally was bought think it, when I had my Renault van, I went to Robbins and Hughes to get some nuts and bolts, and this was standing in the yard.
Okay.
Under, it was sheeted up, and whilst I was there, I said, "Oh, what's happening with that drill?" And the guy says, "It's for sale."
Okay.
I said, "How much?" And I think he said 100 quid. I said, "Right." I said, "I've got my van."
Yeah.
I said, "Is there anyone there who'll give us a lift to
move it?
Put it in?"
Okay, it's done well.
And
it's a big everything, isn't it?
Yeah, this sort of stuff now, if it's in good fettle, it's a lot better than a lot of the Chinese.
Yeah, new stuff.
It's you can do a lot more heavy duty things on it.
Is that three-phase or is that single-phase?
Unfortunately, it's three-phase,
right.
but
it's not a problem for you because you've got a
it's got that little converter there that works it great.
Okay, and that's not the only pillar drill you've got, because over there there's two more. Okay, Jeff, so it's quite an old one, another old one. Is that one single phase or?
This is actually single phase.
Okay, I see you painted it again.
Well, it was all grotty.
Yes, you said it had a bird's nest in it when you.
No, not that one. That's a pollard.
Okay, the pollard over there in the corner.
That is an old drill. That's from probably the 30s.
Right. Okay, we'll look at that one next.
Or
so
20s or 30s.
Is this thing working? Does it work okay?
It's all working. It's all fully functional. It's just that the cast iron, the return spring that goes in there.
Yeah.
I've had to machine a disc and I've repaired the cast iron.
Housing for the spring.
Housing, for the spring. It needs going back together, but it's a two-man
job.
A two-people job.
Okay.
You can't say two-man.
Oh, you can if you want. And then beyond that is something that looks familiar, except you've now painted it blue. It used to be green. So let's look at that one. Okay, so that looks familiar, because that used to be mine, at least for a short time. But I think it was a bit too big for my little garage, so it came back again. And you painted it blue since then.
I thought,
you missed it, did you? You missed it.
I missed it, really.
Yeah. And finally, you've got another filler drill in the corner, so let's go look at that one. Okay, and the last one here is called a pollard. It does actually look very old, so let's go. It's a floor mounted one again.
It was painted with that green. It actually had an army number painted on it.
It's ex-army thing, is it?
Well, it come from a farm near an old airfield.
Oh, right, okay.
And the fella who had it said his granddad probably swapped it for some. I think it's probably come from the base.
Okay.
When they finished, the Americans.
Yeah.
They had probably loads of stuff in
and
the
is Pollard an American?
Stuff,
Is it an American made?
No, it's British, but they'll have probably got it here.
Okay. And do you use that? Do you still use it?
I've used it a few times, but the brilliant thing is with that table.
Yes.
Is on.
Oh, it goes down a long way.
It goes right down to the bottom.
Yeah, you get a level of.
Plus, I can't. If I can just squeeze through.
Yeah, go on. Oops.
The motor's fixed. The quill actually, you can actually drop. If you loosen that there, you can actually slide that up and that down to keep it as rigid as possible.
Yeah, that's quite clever.
And that is heavy.
It looks heavy, yeah.
So you can actually slide that on a slide.
Yeah.
If you're drilling something with a long drill, you can drill quite deep.
Yeah. You've got a lot of
with
there.
I think you can drill it about 10 inches in situ.
Okay.
Which there's not many pillar drills.
You can do that. Yeah.
You could do that with keeping.
And is that single phase or
that's only got half horse on it. You're only talking maybe 10, 3/8, 10 mil. You don't. It's half inch. You might be all right with half
still
inch,
a nice
but
yeah.
It's so rigid. You can bolt anything you want on it.
Yeah.
The table, unfortunately, will not move.
Okay.
All it does is slide up and down.
Oh well.
So.
Okay. Good stuff.
That I think I paid 30 quid for that.
Not bad.
The trouble is, it cost me more than that to
move
pick it up.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
As always. And that's not all, because you've actually got two more millers. One you've been given, which is a huge big thing, that will come here one day. And one that needs to come back from somewhere else. That's for sale. And
anything's for sale.
Yeah. So God knows where that's going to go, because right now, look, there's not a lot of room in here.
Oh, you don't know, I've been digging a cellar.
Oh, all right. For all the dead bodies, yeah.
Oh, no, I'll clear that out of the way.
Okay, Jeff, I've just noticed you've got something up here on the shelf there. So what we're looking at here is device, the green device.
An optical dividing head.
Okay, and that's for doing what?
It's for accurate. Originally, it's for accurate grinding.
Grinding, yeah.
But because it's got a sensor with it, I can actually. What I've actually done, what I'm going to do with it, is set it up on the horizontal and use a pre-cut pulley with a locking device to cut other pulleys.
All right. Okay.
Because I think the light emitting thing that you look at it through a light, through a little thing to
The
get
window.
Yeah.
So it's a way of very accurately.
It's a very you could get an upright rotary table. The trouble is, if you try to cut something, it can wobble.
Yeah.
Whereas that, once you've actually got it set right, and if I've got a ground bar, once it's in the horizontal miller and you've dialed it to every pulley that you cut,
spot on,
with a tooth pulley, that is critical.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you get a run out on them, if you don't have any they'll end up trying to work their way off the pulley if you don't get them cut level.
The belt will try and escape.
So that's
okay. So with that, then let me have a quick look round. What else we got here? Lots and lots of machine parts.
Motor.
No, we're not filming the motor.
Don't film the motor.
No, I won't film the motor. And over here, look, lots and lots of machine parts, bits of engines that have been made a long time ago. And yeah, it's pretty much not much space anywhere. And over there is Jeff's collection of superchargers.